Decisions at the ballot box will affect UNCP's campus.
And some hotly contested elections are decided. I'm Brianna Goins.
And I'm Terrence Jeffries. You're watching Carolina News Today.
North Carolinians went to the polls Tuesday, and Charles Graham is the presumptive winner for the North Carolina House of Representatives District 47. Graham won his Democratic primary and has no Republican opponent on the ballot in November. For the Robeson County School Board, 4 incumbents were re-elected. There were 10 candidates vying for the 3 at-large seats. The Pembroke mayor's race was a do-over from the election in November, and Greg Cummings took that win in a nearly identical reversal of the fall count. The state referendum known as NC Connect passed with 2/3 of the vote. This should mean a new $23 million building for UNCP's School of Business.
In the presidential primaries, the Democratic vote favored Hillary Clinton over competitor Bernie Sanders. Clinton was also favored locally in Robeson County. For the Republican side, Donald Trump beat fellow candidates in Robeson County and in the state overall.
At the Trump rally in Fayetteville, the candidate promised to bring back jobs and keep businesses from moving overseas. He mentioned the air conditioning manufacturer Carrier in particular, which announced in February it was phasing out 1,400 jobs in Indiana to move operations to Mexico. Trump said he would get tariffs enacted on any Carrier product coming back in the U.S.
So I'll say to the head of Carrier, I'm sorry, you're going to pay that 35% tax, and my friends that will call, or people will call, or lobbyists will call. They didn't give me anything, and I'll say you paid it. Here's what's going to happen. Within 24 hours, the head of Carrier is going to call me, and he's going to say, Mr. President, we've decided to stay in the United States. That's what's going to happen, folks. It's the only way you're going to keep your business.
Trump praised waterboarding, said the country has become weak on protesters, and autographed a poster showing a fictional Trump wall at the Mexican border. He introduced his son Eric, who is married to a woman from Wilmington. Trump boasted of his conservative endorsements.
I'm conservative with the military. I'm conservative with ISIS. You're going to knock the hell out of them. I'm conservative. I'm conservative at the borders. There's nobody like me at the borders. Believe me, Sheriff Joe Arpaio came to the borders and he endorsed me. So when Sheriff Joe from Arizona endorses, and by the way, I've had some great endorsements. Jerry Falwell Jr., Liberty University endorsement. He has been so great. And I'm leading Lion Ted Cruz. I'm leading him big league with the evangelicals. I love the evangelicals, my people.
The Trump rally in Fayetteville attracted national attention when a man was charged for punching a protester who was being led out peacefully by sheriff's deputies. Trump could hardly complete a thought at the rally because of the frequent interruptions when supporters would demand the ouster of the mostly silent demonstrators. Trump himself will get distracted and heckle these opponents. Outside the Crown Coliseum after the event, Trump supporters lingered to heckle protesters in the parking lot. Fayetteville City Police formed a line to keep the parties from physical contact. The Coliseum has a capacity of about 8,500, and the small protest could be attributed to local colleges being on spring break.
2 dedicated, long-serving volunteers in Scotland County have been recognized for their support of the arts by St. Andrews University. Brenda Gilbert and Jan Schmidt received the Fortner Writer and Community Award at a dinner on campus. The 2 were instrumental in founding the Storytelling and Arts Center of the Southeast through a series of annual festivals and grant-funded community arts events. The center is located in downtown Laurinburg and serves as an engine of tourism and cultural development. Gilt and Schmidt noted the organization's mission has evolved and announced a recent name change to Scotland Arts Council. The future of women in business was addressed locally during a panel discussion at the Entrepreneurship Incubator. CNT's Jonathan Royce tells us what local experts shared with the women in attendance.
With 51% of the population of Robeson County, the future of the region's economic growth may be in the hands of its women. The Entrepreneurship Incubator was host to These Women Mean Business, a panel discussion on the status of women in creating, running, and maintaining businesses. Led by Executive Director of the North Carolina Council for Women, Gail McCoy Wilkins, the discussion spanned topics from the big players in business to small-scale startups, giving women forward momentum into the business arena of tomorrow. The Governor's Council for Women, which annually produces the Status of Women report, was also represented by Robeson County Attorney Jessica Locklear. She owns her own practice and talked to us about the biggest difficulties she faced at the start of her business aspect in her career.
You got to come home and be the wife, you got to be the mom, you got to be the juggler of everything. And still be that business person. Because owning a business, you're not just a business owner, but sometimes you're the janitor. You know, sometimes you're the payroll person, just different things that you have to do to make your business work.
Her advice for other women looking to venture into business:
keep going. Don't stop. Just keep going. That's what I would tell myself.
The interactive panel and various presentations quizzed attendees on their knowledge of the most successful women in business in the nation, asking who was the most successful woman in business. The answer, Sheryl Sandberg, COO of Facebook. Sandberg tops the Forbes list of most powerful women in business. In North Carolina, women own almost 230,000 of all the businesses in operation in the state and contributed an estimated $32 billion to the state's economy, according to the State Department of Commerce. Kim Peavy, a businesswoman and panelist, advises keep pushing through the tough times of going into business for yourself.
To just continue to keep going no matter what. It's just about get up, dress up, show up, and never give up.
Women's footing in the business world is more firm now than ever, and from the looks of those in attendance at the discussion, younger women, college-aged, are looking to capitalize on those successes and go into business for themselves. For Carolina News Today, I'm Jonathan Royce.
A UNCP wrestler tries to bring home the school's third straight championship.
And longtime Braves track coach Larry Rogers comes out of retirement.
This and more in sports when we come back.
UNC Pembroke's Blaze Shade finished second at the NCAA Wrestling Championship last weekend. He was defeated by Nick Becker of Wisconsin Parkside in a 9-3 decision. Shade finishes his junior year, however, with an impressive record of 42 wins and 5 losses. With his help, UNC Pembroke placed 20th out of 42 teams at the event. UNC Pembroke Wrestling also earned the number 8 spot from the NCAA Division II Wrestling Coaches Association to finish out the season. After losing 3-game series at North Georgia last weekend, baseball looked to give head coach Paul O'Neill his 500th win as a Brave against Catawba. We jumped to the bottom of the second with the Braves up by 2. Nick Salisbury turns on an inside pitch over the right field wall for a 2-run shot, putting the Braves up 6-0. Bottom 4, same score, Roberto Rivera leads off in the inning with the liner to left center field. He would eventually score 2 batters later with a single right from Justin Datillo, putting the Braves up 7-0. Catawba could only get 3 late runs back as the Braves takes the game 9-3, snapping their 3-game losing streak. Braves softball have lost 3 out of their last 5 games coming into this week's game in Newberry. The Braves scrapped up only 9 hits in both contests. However, PCB Player of the Week Jamie Johnson batted .333 in the doubleheader as Katie Saunders and Taylor Strickland each recorded an earned run. However, the Braves struggled with run production and also had troubles in the field with 2 costly errors that gave Newberry 2 runs. These struggles helped Newberry sweep the Braves for the first time all year. They continue play on the road this weekend against 11th-ranked North Georgia and Young Harris. Longtime Braves track coach Larry Rogers announced that he will be taking a head coaching job at St. Andrews. Rogers is a member of UNC Pembroke's class of 1973 before beginning coaching in 1981. Throughout his career, Rogers has coached 15 All-Americans, including 3 NAIA District 26 titles. With the addition of Rogers, the Knights have also named David Harper as the head coach for the 2017 inaugural football season. However, they still don't know what field they'll be using yet. That's it for sports. Back to the studio.
We're out of time.
Tune in next week for another episode of Carolina News Today. Thanks for watching.